Let me tell you something. Listen, if you want to do brand deals or sponsorships and you don't know where to start, then this video is going to help you a ton. So grab a pen and paper and get ready to take some notes because we're going to get started right now. So I open up my laptop and I see this email and it said in it, we want to do a sponsorship or a brand deal with you. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Then the next thing they said was, do you have a media kit? How much do you charge? And I was like, I don't have any of that stuff. So I was like, I did what anybody else would do, right? I went over to ChatGPT, I did a little bit of research, and then I stumbled upon this way that you can figure out your rates no matter what niche you're in, no matter what brand you're in, no matter what size you are. Like a day or two later, after I came up with this, I sent the brand or the sponsor my details. And then I saw this. Somebody says, okay, serious question, small influencer. I just had my first brand ask me my rates for my videos. I don't know what to say. LOL, help. All right. And that was the same position that I was in. In this video, I'm going to give you a way to come up with your media kit, what you should have in it. And then I'm also going to tell you how to come up with your rates based on your size across all social media. So even if you don't have a big channel, there are still opportunities there for brand deals and sponsorships. And I'm going to kind of go through with you what you need to know about sponsorships. The first thing is have your email connected to your YouTube channel. YouTube is my primary channel, so I get a lot of deals now coming through straight to my email. When you do this, you give brands an opportunity and sponsors an opportunity to connect with you. Whereas if you use social media or something like that, they can probably still contact you, but email is still the primary way that businesses reach out to make offers about sponsorship. So make sure you have the email address. Then I got to thinking about this and I posted it on my YouTube community tab. And Yolanda sent me a response and I didn't even think about this. So I'm gonna talk about that also in this video. She said, I have a kids channel, so I'm not eligible, I think. And you are eligible in the sponsorships that I'm talking about. And I'm gonna touch on that also. If you have a channel that's made for kids, how you can also take advantage of brand deals and sponsorships. Now here's some other things that I didn't think about when talking about brand deals. For one reel, I recently had a charity offer to pay $1,000 and a national corporation offer to pay $100. Brand expectations are all over the place. I just quote based on what I've been able to get in the past, how much work I think the content will be and how much I want to do it. Can't really compare yourself to what others get. There's so many factors. If you don't have the exact same niche, followers, content style, what if you haven't got anything in the past and you can't base it off that either? Here's another one. Working out rates is so hard. I tend to just go with what the brand offers rather than coming up with my own rates. As a small creator, I'm always worried that they'll scoff at the amount I've asked for. I've tried to work out rates based on what brands have previously paid me, but I've earned between $30 and $1,000 for pretty much the same amount of work. So there's clearly no one size fits all rate. I would never go with what the brand offers. I would offer what my rate is and let them counter. That's what I did with my very first brand sponsorship. The rates that ChatGPT spit me back out, there was a range. I picked the middle range so that I wasn't going too low. There's no strategic advantage in being the cheapest person. So you want to shoot high and let them give you a counter offer. The talks are not over. You can negotiate what your price is. Here's another one. Well, I got mad at myself yesterday. After speaking with some friends in the creator space, I learned that I am charging way too low for my collaborations. Part of me is pissed at myself because there are opportunities that I could have monetized more, but the other part of me is just giving myself grace and remembering that this is a learning process. How are y'all figuring this out? What's appropriate to charge for reels, packages, single ad? So first you want to create a media kit and then you can update it as you grow. So no matter if you're whatever size you are, as you grow, you can change your media kit and your prices or your rates to reflect your growth. I'm going to show you my media kit and the pages that you should have in there, or rather the prices that you should have in there. First, in your media kit, you need to have what you do. For instance, if you're a podcaster, if you're an author, if you're a YouTuber, if you're a beauty person, stylist, you need to have that in the media kit so they know what you do, and that is also going to help them determine if you're the right fit or you have the right audience. You want to make sure that that the products that you're doing brand and sponsorship deals for are in line with whatever it is that you do. It wouldn't make sense if you're a beauty brand to sponsor something about athletics or something like that. Those two are not in the same category. So you want to keep that in mind. And since I don't have that big of a following, my main channel is YouTube. I got about 2,000 subscribers. I got about 2,600 subscribers now. But when I got this brand deal offer, I had right over 2,000. It was like right under 2,000, right when I hit that 2,000 mark. So you could still be a small creator and still get these opportunities. So what I did was I combined all my social media presence. So you include the main channel, the one that you are always on, and that's probably going to be the one with the most followers. That's the main one that I would include. And if you look at this yellow part of my media kit, this is what the first page looks like. So I included the amount of subscribers in my YouTube channel, and then I added all of my social media channels, since each of them are not that necessarily that big, but all together I can command, you know, more money, because it's like maybe I only have 1,000 on Instagram, but total over LinkedIn and Instagram and all my other platforms, I have about 8,000 followers, and you can use that to your leverage. So that makes it more appealing to brands to want to work with you. That's on the first page. On the second and third page is where I included my rates. And here's what that looks like. I'm going to give you some prompts that I used in AI to come up with these numbers, and then you can, from those prompts, determine what you want to charge. You don't have to use the same thing that it spits out. I always go way higher than whatever I get back, because the thing is, you're pricing yourself too low. Right? Think about the time it takes you to edit a video. Think about the time it takes you to shoot a video. You want to make sure that you're pricing yourself at a fair price. And then on the last page, I do something that I call collaboration packages, which is where they can pay an upfront amount for, like, say 6 months or 3 months. Hey, I got a 3-month package. I got a 6-month package. If you pay $1,600 up front or something like that, this is just an example. Then we can work together for an extended period of time. You can get this many sponsored videos during this 3 months or during this 6 months. And this is a way for you to front load cash from potential collaborators, an extended amount of time that you're going to be advertising basically for them. And then it's going to put more money in your pocket on the front end. So how much should you charge? The first prompt that I put into ChatGPT is, what is the average rate for a paid collaboration post with possibly an ongoing paid opportunity? Now ChatGPT is going to spit out some information, and it listed a ton of different things across different platforms. It included Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and even podcast sponsorships. And it went different levels: nano influencers, micro influencers. I have under 10,000 viewers, so I would be considered a nano influencer. And I still got brand deals, and I still get opportunities for sponsorships now, even with the small channel. So it spit out some things and some prices. And then the next prompt that I typed in was, yes, how would I price my services in my media kit for ongoing long-term collaborations with the YouTube channel, or if it's Instagram for you, an Instagram channel with a channel size of whatever K, put that in there, and growing, and a social media presence across multiple channels of whatever that number is, and growing across whatever social media channels you're on. I put Threads, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram because that's where I'm at. You can do, if you're on TikTok, you can add that in there and use your specific numbers. Again, I would group them all together unless you have a crazy amount of followers on these individual platforms, and that may be more appealing. Now, when I entered that in, it gave me a pricing structure for individual post rates, and it gave me a pricing structure for ongoing collaborations. So I included both in mind. That way you can give them kind of a range of what they want to do. And the idea is to try to get them to do the collaboration package so you can make money on the front end and ongoing. This way, the next time somebody asks you how much do you charge, you could just send them the media kit with all your rates for all the different platforms. And this is the very next AI prompt that I put in. Rewrite this with the content focus being on my particular niche, right? My particular niche is creating on YouTube, digital marketing, creating digital assets, marketing strategies, and online sales strategies. So you, let's say if you were a beauty influencer or a beauty YouTuber or a beauty whatever, you would rewrite that and put in there whatever it is that you do. Now, if you happen to be a kids channel, these are just a couple of things that you can do. And when we're talking about brand deals and sponsorships, if you have a kids channel, you cannot have channel memberships. You cannot have a donate button. You can't sell merchandise, and you can't have super chat or super stickers. But the way around that is to get sponsorships outside of YouTube. Here are 5 companies that do sponsorships and brand deals for family channels: Best Friends, HelloFresh, ThreadUp, KiwiCo, and Thrive Market. KiwiCo and Thrive Market, when I did the research, they came up in several searches. So those are going to be two of the main companies. The other thing you need to do is make sure you have a media kit that I showed you how to create in the beginning of this video, and attach your email to your YouTube channel so that you can still take advantage of sponsorships outside of YouTube. And then number two, build a pitch list of companies and brands that you want to work with that are closely tied to the content that you make on your channel, and then craft a pitch and start reaching out to them. Since personalized ads are not allowed on Made for Kids channels, you can work with some brands. As I mentioned, Thrive Market is one, KiwiCo, people that do grocery and meal planning brands, sustainable clothing companies, and a company called This Gathered Nest is also somebody that sponsors family brand channels. Those were some of the companies that you can work with as a kids family channel, but you can also sell your own merchandise. If you have your own website, you can direct people to that in your videos. You could also have activity planners or something fun for the kids to do where you also send them to either your website or to a product page. That is something you can do outside of YouTube to monetize your efforts and get also more revenue when you have a kids channel. So the next question would be, how do I get brand deals? And the answer to that is with content. I just been consistently posting content. That content, I talk about AI, I talk about digital marketing, I talk about YouTube, I talk about all these different things for online business. So naturally, the sponsorship that I did, we were aligned, right? So that is what you want to do. You want to consistently make content. Now, one thing that I've been seeing on Threads a lot, or in general on social media, is I don't know what to post. I'm having a tough time figuring out what content to create. Now, if creating content is an issue for you, once you start doing this next thing I'm going to tell you about is going to become effortless. And you can do this with my AI content starter kit. Now, if you're thinking that this AI content starter kit won't work for you, then you're dead wrong, and here's why. There's a ton of creators, including myself, who have less than 1,000 subscribers or who have less than 3,000 subscribers that have already used this, and they're still getting brand sponsorships, and it starts with their content. And then listen, a month from now, you're gonna wish that you started today. Now, the first thing that you'll notice after you get this AI content starter kit is that you'll never have to worry about what you're gonna create again. That question will never come up in your head, because we give you a simple AI prompts that you can create a content marketing plan, a social media marketing plan, and an email marketing plan, plus a planner to put all of it, to keep it all organized, to put it all together. You don't need more time. You don't need more money. You just need a strategy. And this AI content starter kit will give you that strategy. This is what determines the people who are serious from the people who are just taking this as a hobby. So if you really want to get brand sponsorships and you really want to increase your wealth and you want to build your brand, then get the AI content starter kit. It's going to help you create content that's going to attract brands and attract sponsors to whatever it is you do. I'll leave the link to that down in the description. Now, if you like this video, then you need to check out all the rest of these videos here, because they really break down on things that you should do to build your brand.